So how many names are on the voter list that shouldn't be there?
Depends on who you ask. What I think is a very good an indicator of names that should not be on a list would be the federally ineligible voters. And so to date, we have 2.3 million, which every state has, it's considered an inactive voter. And so not to be boring, but the inactive voter was enacted through the National Voter Registration Act in 1993, implemented in 1996. And so right now, nationally, there's 23 million inactive voters who should be removed when they meet the specific criteria. And so in California right now, that number is down to 2.3 million, which the national average is 10.6% of everybody who's registered is an inactive voter. And so again, under Obama, that was we were north of 28% higher. And so today we're actually under the national average.
Okay, so now why is this a problem? If they're inactive, they're going to get a mail-in ballot application, and then what happens?
Great question. So the issue with inactivity, so it's kind of an assumption of going, well, inactive voter doesn't get a mail-in ballot. When you look historically, there's a trend that happens. Once the inactive voter is created in 1996, the Democrats have won 15 of 16 general elections. The number of inactive voters that California has had, it either mirrors or surpasses Democratic margin of victory. So what I've looked at and what I believe, and only time will tell, if you remove inactive voters, another name for an inactive voter would be an eligible voter. If you remove those voters, you start to see California having more of a resemblance of the vote actually reflecting the will of the people, as opposed to the margin of victory being 2, 3, 4, 5 million.
Let me say it another way. So having these inactive people on the voter list produces voters, even though they're not supposed to vote.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. So the inactive, because the thing is, Secretary of State, and I've connected with all 58 county ROVs, registrar of voters, and what ends up happening is there's kind of a narrative that inactive voters don't get mail-in ballots. The issue is when 15 days out from an election, every county basically gets the number of voters who are going to be on the machines or who get a mail-in ballot. The inactive voters are on that list. There's no differentiation. There's no difference in California between the active and inactive voters. And so to answer your question, yes, the inactive voters, it's a very, very scary is not the right word, but they shouldn't be there. By federal law, they're not supposed to be there.
Right. Now, we only have about a minute and a half left. Tell me again what you intend to do about this.
So I have contacted all 58 counties, and ongoing, I am reminding each county of the federal mandate to remove ineligible voters. So the issue is that's been more of a discretionary mandate as the interpretation of the counties. And so I'm reminding them that's not discretionary, it's mandated. And so my whole goal is to get the number of ineligible voters down and keep getting it down. That way in 2026. I think it'll have impact in California.
Okay, how can people get involved in helping you?
Well, great question. I have a website, shilohmarx.com. You can learn a little bit more there. You can donate to the cause there. I'm more active on Twitter, so at Shiloh Marx, and I give updates from working with the counties.
Okay, Twitter. And Shiloh is spelled S-H-I-L-O-H. Shiloh Marx, like Marx Brothers.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And Shiloh, we only have a few seconds left. The Democrats are resisting this. Why?
It's how they've rigged elections for 30 years.
Okay. Straightforward. Shiloh Marx, director of the California Election Integrity Initiative, ShilohMarx.com. Shiloh, thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, Larry.